Welcome back to another hardcore Minecraft video. In today's episode, we are going to be building a sugarcane farm and maybe even a few other farms as well. But unlike the other videos where we've built a few farms, we're not just going to be leaving it out in the open. We are going to be making a nice decoration for it, and it will be the first building in our little village makeover, our little city area here. So I think I think we should probably do some terraforming, and we should lay out where a lot of the buildings are going to go before we start building any of them. So I think it's finally time, after this is the 6th episode, to remove the iron farm. The entire iron farm is sealed off now, so the only thing not sealed off is the collection chamber over here. So I'm going to collect any last bits of iron as well as all the poppies from the collection chamber. Alright, now that we have the iron farm sealed off, we can re-terraform this flat area. Okay, so it's now day 177, and I may have gotten a little bit carried away with the terraforming. So yeah, I haven't actually terraformed any of it yet. I've just been doing the outlines for where it will go, and I think I want to finish most of it in today's episode. Not the detailing, just the base dirt and everything. So yeah, I'll have a look from the top. And you can see it'll be a nice little mountain area like this. So a few of these will curl around to complete the mountain and go around there, and some of them will come around following this shoreline, and then it will sort of just surface off here. Let's go ahead and over the next probably about 10 to 20 days finish off all this terraforming. Okay, so finally, it is day 190 now. I think I started this around day 177 or something. But now finally the terraforming is complete. Well, complete for now. In the future, we'll add a cliff face that merges into normal land along the shoreline, which we can build docks and fishing piers off of, and boats as well, and that will be the main dock area for the city. We'll keep this little fishing pier here, we'll merge it down to flat land which reaches to the shore instead of like a cliff here. And then we can make a little fishing village over here that's a bit remote from the city. But here, let's do some planning. So where these trees and things are, and maybe a little further over there, the fishing village will go there, and it will be connected to the city via boat and path, as well as this house. The little path will come along here and connect to the city, and the city will start around here, and where all these houses are, the city will go here on this big patch of flat land. In the future, I'll continue terraforming this flatland all the way around here, removing these ravines as we go, and then we can build the city around the mountain as well. We might even build it the whole way around the mountain. That would be cool, but I don't know, maybe just this little area here. And then we might even build some sort of a castle or governing structure on top of this mountain that can look over the city and the villages around here. This is, of course, will be our cottage. We'll make some other buildings like this around. The city will be home to a few buildings on top of the mountains that belong to nobles and the wealthy people of the city, and there'll be the bigger houses, and this one has just been abandoned and run down, and now people, myself, have moved into it, or that is how the law is going to go for the moment. So I think the city should we'll have a, for the fishing village and that house, we'll have a sort of coarse dirt or rooted dirt path. The path's obviously a lot more overgrown over there with moss and some rocks and stuff, but then it will merge into just a coarse dirt path for the fishing village, and it will merge that coarse dirt path into a sort of stony or andesite or maybe even just mud brick path, which will be the city's roads. So I'm going to get working on some of this path so we can lay out a bit of where the city will go, and then we can finally get to work on our first building of the city. Hooray! The cottage doesn't count. And that building will be home to our sugarcane farm. So this is going to have to be quite a compact sugarcane farm because I don't want to build giant buildings everywhere. Just, this will probably be a double-decker, flat but detailed. I think I want to make this building an inn. I don't know why. I just feel like on the edge of town a nice little inn would be good, so then travellers can stay there before moving into the city. So yeah, let's get to work on collecting some materials for this sugarcane farm. Okay, so I've gathered all the resources for the farm now, so I'm going to dig out a little room on the mountainside and we can get to building it. Okay, so the farm is complete now. It's very slow, but over time as we're in the area it will continue going, so we'll have enough sugarcane for the world at the moment, at least. I only need sugarcane for rockets anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, I probably won't decorate this room this episode, but I think now's a good time that we can start the framework on the building that will go on the outside of the mountain. Okay, so this is about the size I want the inn to be. Of course, we'll have a roof on top, but so yeah, I think that will be pretty good for a first building here. I made a bit of a sketch of what I want it to look like. This stone will be the foundation of the building to add a bit of detail. But other than that, I'm kind of winging this. I'm not designing it in Creative first, so hopefully it turns out okay. And yeah, let's do a nice little time-lapse of the building process. And just like that, on day 220, the building exterior is finished. So it'll be just walking down this little pathway, seeing the giant crescent moon sign, the Midnight Inn, and yeah, I think I've done a decent job with the exterior. We've got a little bench here, some windows looking out, but yeah, this is the side completed as well, and I put a little chimney at the back as well, some random decorations too, and the roof is finished, and of course this side doesn't have any decoration because it will be right up against another building. I will fill in the walls though. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the outside, so now we just have to build the inside, and it's pretty cozy in here. I quite like it, and the sugarcane farm's been doing well as well. So yeah, now let's start work on the interior. Okay, so it's been another little while. It's day 228 now. Once again, I'm taking this very slow, but it is quite detailed. I'm kind of fussing over every single block that I can to make it as detailed of a build as possible, because usually I build big things and not too detailed things, so this time I'm just going for detail, quality over quantity. I'm still not the best at interiors, but I'm trying to get better, and I'm getting somewhere with this interior. So I think this little area would be the registration for the inn over here. They've got the access to the beacon window, some shelving, a sort of pipe, I don't know, and their window out the back, and some just carpet for decoration. And then we have some seating for the little mini bar over here, which a barkeep would just be there and have a little tap coming from the water, I guess, in the cauldron, and a little drinking glass. In the future, I'll probably replace that with sea pickles, because sea pickles look like really good glasses or cups. But I couldn't find any for the life of me. I flew a few thousand blocks into the ocean and there were just none, so I used a candle instead. And now you may have noticed that the oldest trick in the book I've used to hide the sugarcane farm here, just the painting. Yeah, I thought about going for a piston door, but I think just simple painting works. But upstairs here, where we have some little trapdoors to close off the entrance to the upstairs at night, we have a small little hallway along here, where we have only 2 rooms. In real life there'd probably be a few more rooms, but here we have the sort of cheaper room, the small room, with a simple bed, a painting, a nice window where you can see a few things out there, and a little table with some candles. Only candles for lighting. And here we have the grand room, which is pretty nice. You can see quite far out through the honey blocks. You can see all the way out past the lake, and there's a nice bed here with some candles and a proper lamp, as well as a little painting. But that will have to do it for today's episode. I had quite a bit of fun making this one. I like building in this game, and yeah, I am a bit limited on resources, so we're going to have to make a few more farms, but I think this was a pretty fun build and a nice start to our city here. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of this hardcore world.